Hello. So, this is a painting called Still Going. So pretty much, if you notice, there's a window glowing, and she's getting tangled by what should be good around her, because she's all around nature, say. And then she's getting tangled by it, yet there's a tree, what am I talking about? There's a window, and she's still going. And then, of course, it could also be, because morbid old me, I thought of it also as sometimes when someone is trying to commit suicide, per se, they think of the easy way out, the window out, the bright window on the other side as heaven or suicide. The next one actually was inspired by someone I knew, and it was called On the Inside. So, this is about, well, on the inside, but I know it looks very strange. I actually had to cut the bottle in half and glue it on, because it was an annoying process. But, pretty much, the contrast in colors, if you could tell, because this is filled with gray stuff, and this is just filled with desert. So, pretty much, the bottle would represent a person, and, the, what do you call that? Snow, I guess. The scenery over here, is the inside of them. So pretty much the term bottled inside could be joked about with this, but pretty much it's when people keep themselves inside of a bottle, kind of. And like, all of this is the same, but this is different on the inside. If only they would let their inside out of them. They're good things for the world. And you're probably going to hear this a lot on this channel, but I honestly think that everyone in this world has at least one thing that they can do good in this world. There's not one person, you can name one person that could not do anything good for this world. And if they have done bad things for this world, like if some smart guy says, like, a bad person from this world, I would tell them then they didn't use what they could have used. Like, I think everyone has a little bit of good inside of them, if only they would use it. You know what I mean? Like, they have some good on the inside. Like, everyone has innocence, and everyone has good inside of them. Like, everyone could be a good person, and they are capable of doing it. That's the thing, they're capable of being good. There is not one person, even if they're mentally different, like, as doctors say, like, they're crazy, and they kill people, and blah, 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 blah. I think that they're still good, like anyone who is murdered or anything, but they haven't really, like, they've kept the goodness inside of them so deep within themselves that they've only shown darkness. Like, I don't think of darkness as bad, because I think of it as a diamond has a dark pillow, it's on a dark pillow because it shows its brightness. Like, that's why I dress very darkly. But putting that aside, like, darkness meaning, even though I don't like this terminology, bad things and unhappiness and sadness and evilness, if you may. But pretty much, if, you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, if someone keeps every hint of goodness inside of them, and they're being, bad, they're gonna seem like an evil person. Like, I think evil people definitely do exist. There are evil people in this world, but the problem is that they're not evil. They're more so taken over. They're like haunted, in a sense, even though I don't believe in ghosts. Like, they're taken over by that negativity. Not meaning ghosts or devils, but like their own negativity, their own negative thoughts. Because even though it doesn't seem like it, negativity weighs down the heart, weighs down the soul, even if you don't believe in the soul, weighs down whatever you think it is that is good of a person. Weighs down the brain, weighs down the heart, weighs down the chest, weighs down whatever you think it is, weighs down the thoughts. But pretty much, it weighs down a person completely and wears them out. Like, I remember back in the day when I was kind of a negative person, the negativity was so bad, like so overwhelming, that when I was, without it, when I was finally gone of it, I felt like weights were off my shoulders, and I just felt like everything was good about the world. Like, I just didn't feel bad anymore. Like, it's weird. Because when you're saying those rude things about other people, or doing those bad things, or falling into that wrong crowd, or doing those things that you know it's wrong, but you're doing it anyway to kind of, get by, pretty much, to survive. Because in science, an animal's way of going, like, I'm just gonna use this, in science, people say that, like, evolution and all that stuff, but with science, an animal's main purpose is just to survive. But we sometimes take survival into different concepts. Like, we think of emotions, and we think of all these different concepts, and we lose track of what survival should be. Like, I don't think survival should be just living. Well, you know what I mean? Just being. Just staying on the earth. Like, I know that's the scientific term of it, but I think survival should be to go through your goals, and to finally reach that one point in life where you are truly happy with what you're doing, and just living in the present, for life. But pretty much, some people think that living in the, surviving, some people think that surviving means to survive, with good grades, to survive, you know what I mean? Like, to survive, hardships. But our hardships are not normal hardships. Like, I don't know. Okay, like, we think that survival means to get out alive. That's how we sometimes live. Like, we live to get out alive. Like, when we're negatively thinking, we're not thinking to survive, for our own happiness. We're thinking to survive to get out alive. And, with science, they just need to survive. But our terms of survive are like survive humiliation, survive not being embarrassed, survive not being emotionally damaged, survive not being upset at all, which is not a good goal. Trust me, you are always going to get upset, or get chances to get upset in life. You're like, it's impossible to not get those little things that might upset you in life. I get them all the time. I actually get them, and you know, today is one of those things where it's just like, that's funny, you know? Like, you have two ways to deal with it. Either, you know, let it hit you and hurt you, or just kind of brush it off. And that's what I do. Like, instead of getting out alive, you should get out, like, instead of getting out surviving, mine is get out alive. Not alive like existing, but alive. I don't mean be like a daredevil, but like with your life. But you could be, take risks, but not too many risks. Like, don't play it safe and take opportunities. Definitely. But pretty much, negativity weighs you down, and you don't want to keep it bottled up inside of you. Let it go. That grudge against that person is not worth it, I swear. If they are not the same person they used to be, this is the best thing I will ever tell you. If that person is not the same that they used to be, and they're not upset about you, don't be upset about them. If you have to cry it out a little bit, cry it out a little bit. Give yourself some time to get over it. But give yourself a reasonable time. Don't give yourself a whole entire year to get over this friendship or whatever it may be. And then, if you have negative feelings toward a person with anger, if you're angry at somebody for doing something, for betraying you, for, you know, hurting your feelings, like, don't keep it in. Just, seriously, don't do that. Like, let out that negativity. Never keep grudges. Like, I try not to keep grudges, because they're really not fun, because once you dislike somebody, you dislike everything they do. Pretty much, if they say on their Facebook, like, I got a new dress, you're gonna say, of course, and, like, you're gonna get all annoyed. Or if it's a guy and they say, you know, my relationship status is single, of course, and you get all sarcastic. But just keep that negativity out. No matter how you think it's helping you, it's not. It's just bringing you down. It's helping you to not survive. Anyway, bye.